9 released in 2009. No humans, no dialogue for 80 minutes, and somehow it hits harder than most talkies. Post-apocalyptic Stitch dolls versus machines. Let's wind it up. Today we're in a dead world, dust and rust, where the last things alive are stitched from sackcloth and courage. 9. Directed by Shane Acker, based on his 2005 Oscar-nominated short. Produced by Tim Burton and Timur Bekmambetov. Voice cast: Elijah Wood as 9, Jennifer Connelly as 7, John C. Reilly as 5, Martin Landau as 2, Christopher Plummer as 1. Animated but not kid cartoon. Title is literal. 9 is the last number, the last stitch, the last hope. No humans left. Only Stitchpunks, little rag dolls made by the scientists before machines killed everything. If 8 Mile was about finding your voice, 9 is about finding your purpose when the world ended. World ended. Machines built by humans for war turned on them. The fabrication machine birthed giant metal beasts to fight, then kept making more. Humans are gone. We meet 9. He wakes up in a ruined church, surrounded by the dead body of the scientist, his creator. He has no memory, just curiosity. He finds a pendant with a talisman. He also finds 2, an old inventor doll with a bad eye, missing leg, but big heart. Machines still hunt. The first, a cat-like Wheeler. It captures 2. 9 tries to save him, fails. Guilt starts. He follows tracks and finds 5, 6, 7, 8 other Stitchpunks living in a cathedral fortress. They don't trust him. 1, the leader, calls him reckless. We hide. We survive. But 9 finds a book from the scientist. Sketches of the talisman. Turns out the talisman has 5 pieces, the souls/fuel of the machines. The scientist split his soul into the Stitchpunks to keep it from the machine. That's why they're alive. The group debates, hide forever or fight. 9 wants to fight. 7, the female warrior, backs him. They plan to rescue 2 and kill the fabrication machine. Plan goes wrong. 8, the brute, is killed. 2 is used by the machine to power it. Final shot was they infiltrate the machine's lair, a massive factory under a pyramid. 9 figures it out. The talisman pieces aren't fuel. They're memories. The scientists trap the machine's intelligence by giving it souls. To kill it, they must release the souls. 9 lets the machine take him, then releases the talisman. Souls fly out as light, destroy the machine, destroy themselves too. 9 dies. Or does he? Last shot, wind carries sparks. A new Stitchpunk eye opens in the ruins. Life starts again. Not humans. Something new. No. Happily ever after. Just. Maybe again. Shane Acker directs like a painter who learned fear from German Expressionism. Every shot is a matte painting you can walk into. Ruins of cathedrals, broken Ferris wheels, fog so thick you can taste metal. He came from VFX, and it shows, but not in a look at CGI way. He uses it to create weight. The Stitchpunks move like cloth and wire, not plastic. When wind hits them, you see the fabric ripple. When a machine steps, dust falls frame by frame. Color palette was desaturated brown, gray, rust. Only color is fire, the green glow of the talisman, and the blue souls at the end. Acker saves color for hope. Smart. No dialogue for first 15 minutes. Acker trusts visuals. He tells story with camera moves, push in when 9 finds the scientist's body, pull back when he first sees the dead city. Sound design carries emotion where words don't. Make machines feel alive but soulless. The fabrication machine doesn't roar. It clicks, whirs, breathes like an engine. That's scarier than monster noise. Acker turns industry into villain. He also avoids exposition dumps. The book sketches, the way 1 counts everyone, the scars on 7, we piece it together. Respect for audience. Best peak scene was the cathedral attack, 30 minutes in. The group is safe in the cathedral. Then the seamstress machine comes. Tall, thin, made of needles and cloth. It hunts by sound. Acker directs this like a horror film. Lights out. Only sewing machine, tick tick, as it moves. 6 uses his hand as a paintbrush to distract it. 7 fights it on the roof. Camera spins 360 as seamstress pulls thread from SIX's arm. No music. Just wind plus metal plus their stitching ripping. When 7 stabs it, it doesn't bleed oil. It screams like steam. That sound design makes it feel like killing a living thing. Another best peak scene was the soul release, final 10 minutes. 9 is inside the fabrication machine. It's trying to download his soul. The machine's core is a sphere of spinning parts, screaming. 9 remembers the scientist's last words from sketches. Let them go. He opens the talisman. Acker animates this without words. Blue light pours out of 9, out of 1, 5, 7, 2, all Stitchpunks sacrifice their souls. The souls aren't flames. They're swirling paper, light, memory. They fly up through the factory, shattering glass, burning out the machine. The machine doesn't explode. It sighs. Stops. Last image, 9 falls, empty sackcloth. Wind picks up his pieces. Then, far away, a spark lands on a new rag. An eye opens. Acker doesn't explain it. He just shows it. Hope doesn't need dialogue. Elijah Wood is 9. He uses his voice like an instrument. High, curious, then cracked when he fails. When 9 screams, "No!" as 2 is taken, Wood doesn't overact. He makes it sound like a kid who just learned grief. Jennifer Connelly as 7, warrior with 3 words max. She communicates with tone. No, go. Now. Connelly makes each word mean 10 sentences. Her fight scenes have no dialogue, but you hear her breathing get faster. That's acting. John C. Riley as 5, the mechanic, the heart. Riley gives him a stutter and warmth. You're good, 9. You're good. That line, said while welding, hits like a dad talking. Christopher Plummer as 1, old, tired, afraid. Plummer makes fear sound like authority. We must hide. Isn't cowardice in his voice. It's trauma. When he finally fights at end, you hear the fear leave his voice. Martin Landau as 2, only in it 20 minutes before capture, but Landau makes him the soul of film. Keep asking questions, 9. That's how we learn. He dies, but his line drives the whole plot. Music score by Deborah Lurie plus Danny Elfman. Not Elfman, Wacky Circus. This is Elfman mournful. Strings, choir, metallic percussion. Main theme uses a music box melody that warps as machines get closer. Sound design is the real star. Sound team recorded actual factories, sewing machines, wind through ruins. The wheeler's cat-like purr, the beast's tank treads, the machine's breathing, all built from industrial sounds. Silence is used as weapon. When Stitchpunks hide, sound drops to almost nothing. You hear fabric rustle. Then machine sound returns and it feels 10x louder. Acker uses negative space and audio like a jump scare. Elfman's finale swells as new eye opens. Choir comes in. First time film feels big. Because hope should sound big. 9 is Tim Burton's aesthetic without Burton's quirk. Shane Acker's message, technology without soul was destruction. Soul without technology was extinction. You need both. The Stitchpunks aren't humans. They're what humans could have been if we stitched ourselves together instead of tearing apart. 9's arc, from I don't know why I'm here, to I know what I'm willing to die for. He doesn't save the world for humans. He saves possibility for whatever comes next. The world ended because the scientists tried to control everything. It starts again when 9 lets go of control. Sacrifice isn't losing. It's passing the stitch. Last shot holds on the new eye opening. No text. No earth restored. Just wind. Acker trusts you to understand. Life finds a way, but not the same way. Short, bleak, beautiful. Not for kids who want talking animals. For anyone who's ever felt like the last one still asking questions in a quiet room. Thank you.